And panelists today are really cream de la cream of the.
So the days turned into weeks, and weeks to months, and months to years. I'd gotten into petty theft, topi idhar ki udhar, conning other people. 14-year-old, a class 9th, fairly intelligent student of Ramjas School, Chandni Chowk, Purani Delhi. I had my pocket money from my own sources within home. Generally, a 14-year-old kid is seen playing with friends or lying in his mother's lap. But it was at this age of an early teenage that my life took a turn for better. I was resolute in becoming a self-made man. It so happened that one day I had overheard my father's conversation with his childhood friend from Faridabad, Mr. Devanchand. They were reliving the hardships of youth, how they became self-made men and earned their self-respect, and so on and so forth. Idea of being a self-made man immediately struck my conscience, and it did magic to my adolescence. My father did some jobs in the lean period, and my elder sister was always there to help him. But majority of the family income was earned with my father's business skills of trading in the field of safety razors and shaving brushes. He used to buy these products from Jamnagar and Rajkot at a wholesale price, and then used to sell them in the local retail market of Delhi with the help of a salesman and making good profits. Our salesman was Nand Kishore. He was more like a family member to all of us. Since the so-called business was being run from my residence, so the conversation pieces between my father and the salesman were often overheard by me. One day, I heard my father asking Nand Kishore, "How many orders have you booked today?" To which Nand Kishore says, "Ji, 1200 de. All cash payments." "Ji, haan ji." "Good. Supply tomorrow and bring the cash." After Nand Kishore left with his sample box, I keenly asked my father about Nand Kishore's earnings that day. He wasn't paid salary, but a commission of 15% on the sales. I remember jumping off the chair to what my father told me. 1200 ਦੀ ਸੇਲ ਹੋਈ ਤੇ ਉਹਦਾ 15% 180. Is this his regular income? I questioned. No, sometimes it is 200, other times 150, even 50, and there are times when he leaves empty-handed. It all boils down to sales. As my father explained, now I knew what I wanted to do. I had found a new lease in life, that of becoming a self-made man. My 2-month-long summer vacations had begun, and the homework was done in nearly 5 days of sheer hard work. And one sunny morning, when all the members of the family were at home doing something or the other, I went up to my father and voiced my future plans. मैंने ना जी सेल्समैन बनना है, नंद किशोर की तरह. मैं भी ना सेफ्टी रेजर बेचांगा और कमीशन कमाऊंगा. For a moment, silence was the only voice heard in that room. Before my mother ruptured it with her laughter. "ओए जा शक्ल वेखी है, जा शीशे च वेख के आ, वड्डा सेल्समैन बनेगा. जा पढ़ाई कर." मोया ना होए कित्थों दा सेल्समैन बनना इन्नू. चल बच्चा. But I was persistent. Somewhere at the back of my mind, I was sure. So I asked, "If my brother can go and collect orders, why can't I?" To which their take was, "He's 4 years older than you. You can also go after a couple of years, but till then, concentrate on your studies." Somehow Dad saw the fire in my eyes. He knew that there was something there, something that made him take a chance. And after all, he was a businessman. Risk-taking was something that he thrived on. Patting my mother, he said, "Krishna, what's the harm in it? Let him try his hand and luck on this too." Seeing Dad take my bag brought a smile on my face. Before I could bask in glory of him taking my side, he exposed Mommy to the problems I would face. "He's 14, just gone to class 9th. Dadi abhi aayi nahi. Kula ja hai. There are 35 to 40 different items in the sample box, and all made of brass and steel, with different rate structures. How is he going to multiply, divide in different rates? And then the order book, boxes, they're so heavy, 15 to 16 kg. Or running around the foot the whole day, or he won't be able to do it. तू अपना मगज खपा रही है." But my mother was worried. "नहीं, एनु मना करो खोता ना होए तो सेल्समैन बनेगा. I could see those worried eyes, but I was unwearing. I wanted to do that. Nand Kishore was very supportive and helped me in convincing Dad. Thanks, Nanji. This wouldn't have been possible without you. Now, Dad asked Nand Kishore to locate sample boxes and teach me the rates of all the variety of safety razors and shaving brushes. I was told to put JPM, price tags, on each and every sample product, having rates per dozen, like 24 a dozen or 36 a dozen. Now, my first job at hand was to remember all the rates, and the test of my skill in this art was to be conducted the next day. I studied the entire night and morning after when finally the test time arrived, and I was certain to pass with distinction. Instead, I failed. All was going smooth as per my expectations when my father removed all the chapia from each and every product in these samples and the plastic boxes. Yes, tell me, which razor is 54 a dozen? Dad interrogated. I was obviously confused. He had just been one up on me and baffled me to the 10th degree. But then, Dad, he was a little kind. He gave me a week's time to prepare for my final exam. I slogged my butt off for a week. It seemed like I was preparing a thesis on safety razors and shaving brushes. By end of the week, I had done a master's degree worth of studying and was raring to go. In fact, I even corrected Dad and Nand Kishore's faults. The salesman was finally ready and eager to hit the roads. Just one hindrance though, I sucked at math. So if a shopkeeper will ask me for 3 pieces of a product that costs 54 a dozen and 5% sales tax, then what will be the total cost? Okay, that is only if he wants one product. What if he asks for 4 or 5 products from the different ranges? Damn you, arithmetic, damn you. But again, Dad, he had a secret formula of using number 9 which came to my rescue. Now next up were the clothes. To be a good salesman, you had to look like a good salesman. So out went my khaki shorts, and I was pretty much living in them till then. And in came my new pair of check pants bought for 7 or 8 at that time. Now the sample box was set in order. I was handed the order book, a green color ball pen, new clothes, polished shoes. The 14-year-old salesman was all up to take on the world. My route was fixed. I had to travel some 5 kilometers on foot, starting from Fatehpuri to Kaudipul to Kashmiri Gate, Mori Gate, Azad Market, Pahadi Dheeraj, and back home, Khariboli. Phew, a lot to do.
I'm sure, friends, Nikunj does deserve a bouquet. May I request Colonel Shailesh to honor the young artist. Thank you, Nikunj. We'll be calling you again. Thank you. Now, I do not know where to start because each one is an icon in his or her own right. I think let's ladies be first. So I'll ask Kaveri ji to share her experiences with Jessie.
Namaskar, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here for my very dear friends. Wonderful and important day for all of us. First of all, I'm very honored that Jessie chose me to be here. I mean, there's so many newsreaders that have been there with him on his journey. And he chose me, which makes me feel very special. First of all, I've known Jessie from the time I came to Delhi when I got married in 1984, and I joined the national news on television. And I'd just come back from England. I was BBC trained, and I hardly knew the Hindi language. So Jessie was one of the nicest people I knew because he was reading the Hindi news those days, and we were all started with news those days. So we had to gain importance, do better and better to reach the primetime news. But the nice thing about Jessie was that he was so special because he used to come into the makeup room and always say, "Balle balle." I still remember this. And he made, everything seem so humorous. Life for him was very serious, which we didn't know at that time. We didn't know where he came from, what he did. But we were all together as a big group of people. In those days, Doordarshan was the only channel, so we felt ever so important. And Jassi used to make us laugh. Of course, we had our groups of people. We had our little clans here and there. And we didn't like some newsreaders, we liked some. So out of the Hindi newsreaders, Jassi was one of my favorites. So when he really came up and he started his studio in Bhagwan Das Road, and I told Jassi, I said, look, you started your studio, you have manifested energies which nobody's been able to do out of our newsreaders. I think I would like to do the voiceover whenever you have something to do. So he says, Kaveri, a lot of Hindi voiceovers have to be there. So I said, okay, I will do your English ones and you let me do the Hindi ones later on as I improve in the language. But I think Jassi is one of the few people I know who really believes in manifesting energies and makes magic out of it. I really do believe that if you have guts and you want to do something, there is an epitome in Jassi because he believes in what he does and he makes them come true. I've read the book from beginning to end. I also know that he's told his father, you're cheating a person who is about to, get his property matters dealt with. I know that a lot of people have written about his friends in the industry and otherwise. But I also know that he was a fantastic family man. He used to always believe in going home to the wife and children. So when I read about the book that he was dating women and all of that, I told Jassi, what is all this about that you were dating? I mean, they were just friends, I know, but I said, this dating business can't be leading to extramarital affairs because that's not true because I know him very well. He's not capable of having one. So, I'm sorry, Jassi, I said that. No, I know him too well. No, I know him very well. So he's not one of those. Yes. So when I read about this, I said, dating doesn't mean extramarital affairs, for goodness sake. So I told Jassi this. But anyway, he has really risen from rags to riches. And I really do believe that people who believe in themselves and believe in the energies which are positive around him, you can make magic, you can make things happen. And if you have friends like him, even after I know him from 1984, so that's 34 years, which is knowing him. Even if he picks up the phone today and he says, Kaveri, I want you for something, I will be there for him, and he would be there for me. So that's what makes relationships very special. I really love reading the book, although it's a document of lots of incidents of your life. I love the fact that, when your daughter was born, how special that was for you. I love the fact that, you believe in your children and the positive energies that they brought, the luck that they brought with them. I love your wife to bits. She's so wonderful and so special. She really is. And I thank each one of you for being here today because I think when you write a book, he wrote this book 10 years ago. So I asked him, why are we doing this today? Why 10 years later? So I think it's all about 10 saal baad, I think. So he's done wonderful work in advertising, commercials, documentary films. I've learned a lot from him in the industry as well. And I am so happy to be here. Thank you so much, Jassi.
We'll take one more fictional break and ask Nikunj to read one more chapter. Nikunj.
Now the next day, my father called me and said, look son, this is a sample of women's safety razor. I was shocked out of my wits. Women need safety razors too? I wonder why. It was called a folding safety razor. Instead of a 3-piece razor, it was a 4 pieces that formed it. It was especially made for women since it could fit anywhere, even in their purse with lipstick, bindi, etc. The rate set for the item were 48 per dozen, and now I added it to my sample set and left for the day's vacation. I remember leaving my house at 10:45 a.m. and had tried selling my stuff to about 100 shops. It actually looked that many, not in order, till 3 p.m. Some shopkeepers thought my products were stolen goods, some didn't need them, some inquired more about my father, some would open the sample box and see and then refuse. things seemed tedious. Being a salesman was harder than rocket science. I was hungry. My shoes were cutting into my feet. My legs just refused to walk any further. Wanting to rest and catch my breath, I sat in front of the 30,000 court lawn called Gokhale Market. I don't know if it's still there. And a man walked by at the same time, and I asked him about the time, and he said 4:20, to which I realized that the last leg of Azad Market is still left. From Tees Hazari, Azad Market Chowk was a 7-8 minute walk. It was famous for its dental surgeons. Huge signboards read, "यहाँ दांत बिना दर्द के निकाले जाते हैं," and something other. There were some 5 dental shops in a row. I saw some Miniari items as well, general merchandise, in one of the shops. I entered it and was welcomed by the foul stench of a shopkeeper's feet. Yuck! He had his legs up on the counter and probably getting ready for a quick nap. He saw me and asked unwillingly as to what brought me there. Sir, I represent XYZ company and we deal in safety razors and shaving brushes and we book orders for them. It was a dental shop, but I guess their business wasn't quite flossing, which explained the Miniari items at his shop. He very unwillingly again asked me to, okay, show the items. He was just passing time. Maybe I was too. I opened my sample box and started showing all the items one by one, and he kept on inquiring about each and every item. Hey, what is the cost of this? That's costly. Oh, it's an old design and all that. Damn. I just wanted to barge out of that place, but God was on my side. I didn't. After 40-45 minutes of him doubting my products and me erasing the doubts, he noticed a small sample of a safety razor. Wait, what is that? I candidly told myself, Murga fasa, and then went forward, putting the rest of his dilemma. Sir, this is a new item, a lady's safety razor. Believe those who say behind every successful man there's a woman? In my case, it started with a woman's razor. Show me, show me. Shit, this is so small. Are nahi sir, its length increases. I went on with my demonstration and Mr. Flop Dentist had his jaw touching the ground. He was amazed at the new product. Rate? 48 a dozen, sir, plus 5% local tax. What if I don't pay the tax? How much then? Fixed rate, sir, company rates. Payment will be cash. Super, that will just do fine. Delivery? Tomorrow morning, sir. Okay, bring 3 pieces tomorrow. My joy could well be seen on my face. My smile was larger than the one on the hoardings outside the dentist shop. I don't think I had ever smiled so much in my life. Quite sparkling considering I was in a dentist shop. I took out the order book, my first order. I started filling the order sheet when the shopkeeper halted me from writing any further. Hey, what are you doing? It is not needed. I won't pay the 5% tax. Bring 3 pieces tomorrow and take the money. I requested him, sir, this is the first day of my life as a salesman. Let me fill the order form. He knew where I was coming from. He understood my emotions. And with a smile, he gave me the nod. I quickly filled the order form and I still remember it went something like this. XYZ Company, Azad Market Chowk, Delhi chain. 3 pieces folding razor ladies at 48 per dozen. Net amount, 12 rupees. Payment cash, service tax 5%, 60 paise. Delivery next day, total 12 rupees and 60 paise only. Agent signature, Jasween Jassi, purchaser signature. Now the mandatory regulations of handling over the pink slips, customer copy, etc. followed with a polite handshake and I was out of there. This 14-year-old had arrived. Now I couldn't wait to tell dad about my heroics. Carrying my sample box with a twinkle in the eye, I ran home. Suddenly, my exhausted legs weren't weary at all. I couldn't care less for the world. I had just done my first sale. When I reached home, Nand Kishore was already present. He had come after 2-3 days. Since he was doing his work in the close proximity to his home locality, it was but natural for him to go back home after work. My father saw me. Our eyes met, but I hid my joy, waiting to surprise him. ओए मिनी सेल्समैन की हो आज? अच्छा बैठ हराम कर, डिटेल अभी पूछता हूँ. I'm sure he knew that something was up, since I actually agreed with this call. Anyhow, he went back to his conversation with Nand Kishore while I waited eagerly at that. Nand, what happened with you during these 2-3 days? चाचा जी, परसों ਦਾ 175, ਕੱਲ ਦਾ 90 ਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਦਾ 340, ਟੋਟਲ 605 ਹੋਇਆ. ਤੇ 2 ਕੈਸ਼ ਪੇਮੈਂਟ ਹੈ, 3 ਵੀਕਲੀ ਪੇਮੈਂਟ ਤੇ 2 ਪੀਸਿਸ ਰਿਪਲੇਸਮੈਂਟ ਦੇ। ਇਹਦੀ ਛੁਰੀ ਖਰਾਬ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਇਹਦੀ ਇਲੈਕਟ੍ਰੋਪਲੇਟਿੰਗ ਉਤਰ ਗਈ ਹੈ। ਇਹੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈਗਾ। ਉਹ ਗੁੱਡ, ਚਲੋ ਕੁਛ ਤੇ ਪੇਮੈਂਟ ਮਿਲੀ। हेयर्स योर कमीशन 120। हाँ जी जस्सी साहब, है कुछ? यस, 12 रुपये, and that too cash payment. I could see the look of impossibility in his eyes. What? Show me your order book. He read each and every word and then kept the order book aside, took a deep breath, and looked at me. I still remember that look. He seemed mesmerized yet proud. Come here. And he hugged me. Oh, that was probably the tightest he's ever held me. With a heavy heart and a choked throat, he looked at Nandkishore. This order is not worth rupees 12, but 12 lakh da hai. First thing tomorrow, 3 pieces of folding safety razors should be delivered to the particular shop. I narrated the happenings of my day, and Nandkishore and my 50-odd-year-old dad heard every word of mine with intent. They were enjoying my storytelling ways. For once, they were the kids, even if it was for a brief moment. Jussi, you have earned today 1 rupee 80 paise as commission. What would you like to do with it? It was my money, my earnings. I could have done absolutely anything with it, and nobody could have done a darn thing about it. Give me 8 annas right now, and the balance 1 rupee 30 paise you may credit it to my account. A wise move, if I may add. My father took out an 8 anna coin and gave it to me. Here, now go inside, get fresh, and don't forget to tell Ma about it. I yelled that I'm going on a food gorging spree, but the will to learn more and work hard had just begun.
Man had arrived, and the distinguished panelists here, Shri Vinod Dua and Amod Kant, have shared very many moments with him. May I request Shri Vinod Dua, who needs no introduction anywhere in the country or abroad, to share his thoughts, and I'm sure he's going to reveal certain secrets also.
इंग्लिश और हिंदी। हिंदी। आजकल एक ऐसा दौर चल रहा है जहाँ पर कुछ ऐसी बातें कह दी जाती हैं जो कभी हुई नहीं थी, और उम्मीद की जाती है कि इन बातों को हम नॉर्मल, सामान्य मान लें। इन इंग्लिश दिस इज कॉल्ड द न्यू नॉर्मल। जैसे सिकंदर गंगा तक पहुँच गया था, जबकि वो सिर्फ व्यास तक पहुँचा था। जैसे तक्षशिला बिहार में है, जबकि वो इस्लामाबाद से थोड़ा ऊपर है, पाकिस्तान। तो उससे मुझे भी इंस्पिरेशन मिली कि अब जस्सी के बारे में बात होनी थी, मैं भी कुछ न्यू नॉर्मल कर दूं। मुझसे जब कहा गया कि जस्सी चेक, तो मुझसे जब कहा गया कि जस्सी की किताब पर बात करनी है, तो मैंने सोचा मैं जस्सी की किताब, जस्सी ने किताब लिख दी, हाँ, और मैं जस्सी की किताब पे जाके बोलूँगा। मुझे आदत है बड़े बड़े लेखकों की किताबों पर उनकी लॉन्च करने की। जैसे गोस्वामी तुलसीदास की रामचरितमानस जब लॉन्च हुई थी तो मुझे ही बुलाया गया था। जॉर्ज बर्नार्ड शॉ ने जितने नाटक लिखे अंग्रेजी के, जब जब वो लॉन्च हुए हमेशा मुझे ही चीफ गेस्ट बनाया गया था। तो जस्सी की किताब है 10 साल पहले। तो आज सुबह मैंने जस्सी को फ़ोन किया, ही सिटिंग हियर, ही विल वाउच फॉर व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू से। तो मैंने कहा यार, इम्तहान जब होते थे, तो मैंने बी ऑनर्स अंग्रेज़ी कर रखा है और एमए अंग्रेज़ी किया हुआ है, तो इम्तहान जब होते थे तो मैं सिर्फ एग्ज़ाम से पहले जाके अपने दोस्तों से पूछता था कि स्टोरी बता दो यार, स्टोरी क्या है। तो आई कॉल्ड जस्सी टुडे मॉर्निंग, मैं जस्सी तेरी किताब की स्टोरी क्या है यार मुझे बोलना है उस पर कुछ तो जस्सी ने भी वही कह दिया कि बस कह देना कि जस्सी की किताब पर बी.आर. चोपड़ा ने पूरा सीरियल बनाया था यार सुबह की बातचीत है। तो कोई कहने की ज़रूरत नहीं कि जस्सी का और मेरा रिश्ता क्या है। जहाँ तक सालों का जिक्र किया जाए तो वी गो बैक इनटू लेट मिड 70s आई वुड से, व्हिच मेक्स इट 40+ ईयर्स। और अगर सालों का जिक्र ना किया जाए तो कहानी हमारी लगभग मिलती है। दैट इज़ पोस्ट पार्टीशन refugee family children attempting to cross the class barrier. हाँ, so that's the story basically. फर्क सिर्फ इतना है कि जस्सी had chosen a tougher path, and my father was a clerk in bank, Central Bank of India. So हम ज़रा स्कूल की तरफ चले गए थे, लेकिन कहानी एक सी है. फिर किरण की एंट्री होती है, और आई थिंक ये किताब, अगली किताब जस्सी को किरण पे लिखनी चाहिए. हाँ, एंड वी हैव नोन किरण, वी हैव नोन जस्सी, माय वाइफ एंड आई, दैट इज, हमारे बच्चे भी, पल्लवी, आदित्य, जब ये छोटे छोटे होते थे तब से हम जानते हैं इनको. और जो बात अभी कह रहे थे, जैसे निकुंज ने पढ़ा और कोहली साहब भी कह रहे थे, ये जो सेल्समैनशिप की बात जो हुई है, इसमें एक जिक्र, ये मैं पढ़ रहा था किताब में, मैंने पढ़ी हुई किताब, तो उसमें 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 जो 3 शिप, समुद्री जहाज़, इनके फादर ने इंपोर्ट किए थे ऑस्ट्रेलिया के माल के. उसमें कंघियाँ थीं, उसमें टॉर्चेस थीं, और एक दफ़े क्राइसिस हो गया घर में. तो फैसला हुआ कि जो स्टॉक्स पड़े हुए हैं बेकार हो गए, क्योंकि वो तीनों शिप्स बॉम्ब हो गई थी. सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर शुरू हो चुका था बॉम्बे में. सो इट वॉज अ बिग ब्लो टू अ फ्लरिशिंग businessman's career. However, they decided to dispose of the stocks which were lying at home. अब वो कंघियों के भी थे, उसमें टॉर्चेस भी थी. तो किस तरह से वो कौन सा पुल था जहाँ पर पटरी चद्दर पे, कुतुब रोड, वहाँ चद्दर पे छाकर जस्सी ने वो कंघियाँ भी बेची और वो फ्लैश भी बेची, जो टॉर्चेस थी. और एक ट्रिक सीखी कि जब लोग जा रहे हों, आ रहे हों, तो फ्लैश लाइट जो है उसको जलाओ बुझाओ, जलाओ बुझाओ. उनके फादर ने इनको बताई, तो लोग आएंगे. व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से इज, अच्छा हाँ, फिर कंघियों का पंखा सा बना के ऐसे बेची, तो काली कंघियाँ ज़्यादा पसंद करते थे लोग, इसने ये पाया. तो ये बाज़ार से जाकर कुछ नकली काली कंघियाँ ले आया और उसमें लगा के, और फिर वो भी बेची. ठीक है. तो हिज जर्नी हैज़ बिन डेफिनेटली टफर देन माइन. माई जर्नी वॉजंट टफर, was not tough, but it was impecunious. Means we were never rich. हम अमीर कभी नहीं थे, लेकिन we were always broke. पैसे की कमी रहती थी, क्योंकि हम 3 भाई बहन में सबसे छोटा, और फ़र्क बहुत था. तो जब धीरे धीरे भाई ने कमाना शुरू किया, बहन ने कमाना शुरू किया, मेरे डैडी को भी प्रमोशंस मिलती गई, तो उसका फ़ायदा मुझे हुआ. तो वी यूज टू बी इम्पेक्यूनियस, लेकिन कभी वो वैसे नहीं देखा था हमने. सो एक तो ये हमारा लिंक जो है कि क्लास बैरियर हम दोनों ने इकट्ठे क्रॉस किया है. दूसरे, मैं अपनी सेकेंड हैंड फिएट शो ऑफ कर रहा था, मैं अपनी सेकेंड हैंड फिएट शो ऑफ कर रहा था, DEA 9185. जस्सी अपनी मारुति 1000 शो ऑफ कर रहा था. ये भी साथ साथ हुआ. ठीक है. कुछ सालों बाद जस्सी ने कहा मेरा एड्रेस ये है, GK2 S कितना, W65 3 साइड ओपन. कुछ साल बाद मैंने भी कहा 4 राजनारायण मार्ग सिविल लाइंस 3 साइड ओपन. एंड उसके बाद फिर एक बात और हुई, एक और ऐसी, अब ये कुदरत की चीज़ें होती, डेस्टिनी कह लीजिए, नियति कह लीजिए, जो हमें इकट्ठा भी लाती है और बांधती भी हैं. कि मेरी जो भांजी है, नीस, उसकी शादी जस्सी के बेटे, बड़े काबिल बेटे आदित्य से हुई. हाँ, तो एक ये भी रिश्ता है हमारा. तो कुल मिलाकर, जैसे मैंने कहा कि चलो जस्सी गोस्वामी तुलसीदास ना सही, जॉर्ज बर्नार्ड शॉ भी ना सही, रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर भी ना सही, है तो अपना जस्सी. तो अंडर द टाइटल अपना जस्सी, हाँ, आई डोंट नीड टू से मोर. थैंक यू.
That's why he's called Vinod Dua. Friends, you have heard the distinguished panelists. You have heard some episodes from the book. I'll ask Jess's daughter-in-law, Purva Jassi, to say a few lines about her father-in-law. What I have observed ever since she got engaged, Jassi never called her a daughter-in-law. He always said, she's my daughter. And I've observed this, that he treats her like Pallavi. Come, Purva.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We've gathered here today to celebrate and acknowledge the great personality, Mr. Jaswant Jassi, but as you guys know him, but I've known him as Dad. And before I knew him as Dad, I had the opportunity of knowing the man, Jaswant Jassi, and that was through his autobiography, Have Guts, The Untiring Truth. A book that's an honest chronology of a man's journey who believed in living life on his own terms. And I think that is something we all can do. Like, we're always so burdened by, societal pressure and conventions and tradition. But here was a man who was writing his truth about how to live his life, how to live your life, and to basically have guts. I have had the privilege and the unfortunateness of doing my English honors as well. And I have read a lot of books and I've read a lot of autobiographies. And I believe that there are two types of writers in this world. There are those who, weave stories and take us out of this world into a fantasy world, which is perfect, which is amazing, which is great. And then there are those who actually shake us to the core. They write with honesty, they call a spade, and at some level, their words start resonating with us because what they're saying, what they're feeling, what they're thinking is exactly what we are thinking. That is life. That is how we see life. We don't see life as how J.K. Rowling, talks about Hogwarts and stuff, but we see life as is. And that's exactly what Have Guts is all about. It's about life in its totality. Have Guts is one such book. It's simple, it's honest, and it's laden with the truth. We've all been on crossroads where, we've been pulled in opposite directions and we don't know what to do. There's societal pressure, there's parental pressure, there's tradition, convention, especially in a country like India, which is governed by such traditions and family pressures. And here was a book that was telling you to go against those conventions and go with what you feel, because at the end of the day, gut feeling is a real thing, and it's something that we all should acknowledge and listen to. So if I was to summarize the book and summarize Dad's life in one sentence, I would say that it's basically a story of an ordinary man, but it's not such an ordinary story. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Purva. We have amongst us Chairman of Diamond Pocket Books, the publishers of this book, Shri Narendra Kumar Vermaji. May I request you to kindly come and present the book in the disc form and say a few words. Yes, sir.
श्री विनोद दुआ जी, श्रीमती कावेरी मुखर्जी, अमोद कंठ जी, जस्सी जी। हैव गट्स जस्सी जी की कहानी अपनी और अपने आसपास के परिवेश जैसी ही लगती है। बचपन में ही जिम्मेदारी उठा ली और एक जिम्मेदार पंजाबी परिवार को किस खूबी से चलाया जाता है, यह पुस्तक इसका जीवंत दस्तावेज है। उन्होंने अपनी कहानी अपनी शैली में प्रस्तुत की है, जो छिपाना चाहिए उसे भी नहीं छिपाया। यही अंदाज़े बयां पुस्तक की जान है। मैं उनकी पुस्तक को छापकर अच्छा महसूस कर रहा हूं। मैं एक प्रकाशक के रूप में नहीं बल्कि एक दोस्त के रूप में उन्हें हार्दिक बधाई देता हूं। यहाँ पर उपस्थित सभी दोस्त, लेखक और सुधी पाठक भी बधाई के पात्र हैं, जिन्होंने इस कार्यक्रम की शोभा बढ़ाई। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir. I think one more episode from his book, Nikunj.
Now, after trying hand at Khari Bauli and Delhi retail shops, I somehow moved on to Ambala. My Mamaji used to stay there. And again, as I used to eavesdrop on conversations between Dad and Nankishore, they used to talk about securing particular orders and how it was super hard to manage some clients. Their discussions taught me a very valuable lesson that if a salesman makes up his mind of getting orders from a particular bookshop, and if he succeeds, then he's really a salesman of worth. I took it upon myself as a challenge. Come rain, hail, or snow, I have to sell my product to a particular shop. It may only be a single piece of safety razor or brush, but I'll do it. So, now the bus took me from Mamaji's house to Ambala Kent Sadar Bazaar. I had reached before time and did my required recce. I came across a shop called Beauty Palace. It was a shop selling journal merchandise, and thus began the challenge. Come, what may, I had to sell my product here. So I kept my sample box on the road, sat in front of the shop, waiting for the shop to open. After a while, two Sikhs came and unlocked the shutter. Their mannerisms indicated that they were the owners of the shop. I got up and wished them, Sat Sri Akal ji, Sat Sri Akal. They responded. I had a flashback of my very first experience. No deliveries or complaints for the shopkeeper until he settles with his day's activities. So I stood across the road, waiting for them to settle, hoping and praying that a couple of customers head their way, and a couple of women did. After the mandatory handing over of the money by the women, I entered the shop. Sat Sri Akal, sir. I represent XYZ company. We are manufacturers of X brand of safety razors and brushes. I've got some sample to show you. Before he could say Jack Robinson, the samples were laid out on the glass table for him to see. His incredulity knew no bounds as he saw the entire variety of my samples on the showcase table. Oi मुंडिया, तू तो बड़ा तेज निकलिया, sample set खाली भी कर देता है. दलजीत, देख कोई कम दा है. In the meantime, my eyes had made a 360-degree turn and a blueprint of his shop. Its products were etched in my brain. I saw where his products were kept, and there were a few safety razors and shaving brushes in the Almirah. Now, since Kent is a cantonment area and soldiers keep coming for buying utility items, they had stocked all their requirements. Both of them seemed impressed by my swift work. I was the quick gun Murgan of salesmen. Sir, I see you don't have a stock of many razors left with you. Yes, let us see some samples. Daljit, his rates are cheaper and the quality is much better. Two women who wanted some items disrupted our cordial conversation, rather, the business deal. One Sardarji got busy with them, and the other, Diljit, the son, went to the bank. Papa ji, I'm going to bank and I'll return after an hour. I waited for his father to be free and get back to my business proposition. By then, 2-3 more customers came in, and the Sardarji got busier by the second. He asked me to remove the samples from the showcase as the customers wanted to see something from the showcase itself. Maybe the latch of the showcase could not open, or the sight of so many customers at once stressed him out. And he yelled at me, "Remove all your stuff from here! It's our business hour!" And he threw my samples on the floor. Sardarji gave the customers what he desired from the showcase, took the money, and went back to the women. Anji Banji dasu. While he was busy with the ladies, I had my samples on the showcase again. He turned to me, saw all the samples again on the showcase, and furiously, almost, said, "Kaka, FIR kar dete na? Paji, no problem. Tusi apna kam karo, I'll wait. Since you don't have much stock of safety razors and brushes, and you find my rates also reasonable, you must buy some stocks from me." Now, because my resting samples were an abstraction, so he couldn't locate something, and the customer left without buying anything. Meanwhile, Diljit arrived. "Putter, oh, saman kithe rakhiya?" Diljit then put his hand in the shoecase and took out the same. "Papa ji, idhar hi si. Tusi dekh nahi paaye kyunki this showcase was full of the samples." The man, in a fit of rage, literally threw my samples on the floor. "Get out! I don't want anything from you." "But sir, this isn't anything in your stock." "Yes, isn't. So, and my rates also suit you." "Yes, so. So you must buy from me." "No, never from you." "Sir, ये तो बात नहीं." "हाँ, नहीं बनी बात." "फिर तो कहते था चौधरी आएगा, मैं नहीं खरीदना तेरे तो कुछ भी, चल जा." They then asked me to leave, as it was 1 o'clock and time for lunch. Diljit personally lifted all the samples, only to drop them out their shop. Lo and behold, the shutter fell down like the London Bridge. Bad example. And the six left for home. There was a system that all shops in Ambala must remain closed between 1 to 3 p.m. In the sweltering heat, I was down on my knees, packing those 35 to 40 samples in plastic boxes and then fixing in the sample box. I was ravenous by then. The thought of eating at a nearby dhaba enticed me. But somehow something came over me, and I told myself to just suck it up for a couple more hours. Because if I had ate at that time, all my hard work would have gone to waste. I waited till 3 o'clock. Have you ever felt that on an empty stomach, the time crawls? A snail looks like an Olympic sprinter before it. It just doesn't pass. But 3 o'clock, by it's 3 o'clock, the two men finally came back to my relief and lifted the shutter. They saw me and ignored my presence completely. They were busy doing their things, and I was busy doing mine. I again put all the samples on the showcase. Sardarji turned to me and said, "Oh, you seem to be a mad person. Diljit, anu dhakke deke kad." Diljit advised me to move on. No, come what may, I'll take at least some order from here. It doesn't matter if it is of just 3 pieces only. When the rates are fine, you have the requirement, then where is the problem, Sirji? Order them and leke javanga. I could see fury in his eyes. Kaise nahi jayega? La fir order. And then it happened. I felt probably the hardest slap on my face. Believe me, I had turned quite a veteran at getting beaten up by then. But man, his slap was something else. All 5 fingers were printed on my cheek. My eyes went moist, and I said, "Hunte 3 pieces the order de do." Time just stopped for a brief moment. After 10 seconds, he hugged me, and with moist eyes, he said, "Putter, मैं बड़े सेल्समैन देखे ने, पर तेरे वर्गा पहली बारी देख रहे हैं। आज तो है दुकान तेरी है, ते 3 pieces छोड़ 300 का order ले जा." Diljit learned something from him. He continued to leave all the stock that I'm carrying, but I said, "No, sir. Today I just want my 3 pieces." Thank you.
Well, that speaks volumes. May I request Shri Amod Khan to share his views?
मुझे भी 45 साल हो गया इस शहर में. I am a Bihari and I came as a policeman. I came as a magistrate to Delhi, 1 year magistrate and then a policeman and third life. तो करीब 45 साल की 45 पीछे चल रहा है. हेलो, चलो चल रहा है. आई थिंक यू कैन हियर मी ऑल ऑफ यू.
सॉफ्टी की तरह रखिए.
नहीं ठीक. नहीं, मैं कह रहा था कि ये जो 45 साल इस शहर में रहा मैं, और 45 साल में कोई 34 साल पुलिस की नौकरी की, 30 साल एक संस्था प्रयास के माध्यम से, उसकी ज़िंदगी अलग थी, वॉलंटरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की ज़िंदगी. तो मैंने बहुत करीब से देखा, बहुत सारी कहानियों को देखा. विनोद की कहानी थोड़ी बहुत जानता था मैं, चूँकि मैं चिन्ना को जानता हूँ बेहतर. विनोद की वाइफ को. चिन्ना नहीं है ना, शी हैज़न्ट कम. और यहाँ भी दिक्कत मेरी है कि मैं किरण को बेहतर जानता हूँ. आई नो बेटर देन दिस मैन. तो ये मेरी दिक्कत है, थोड़ी आदत है इन्वेस्टिगेशन की. तो रंजीत साहब को मैंने अभी कहा कि भाई मैं आप वाइट हाउस में दफ्तर है आपका, तो ये थोड़े घबराए कि मैं कैसे जानता हूँ. तो मैंने बताया कि मैं पुलिस में रह चुका 34 साल और शहर जानता है मुझे पुलिस ऑफिसर के तौर पे भी. तो ये तो खैर मेरी कहानी, लेकिन मेरी अपनी कहानी मैं भी नहीं कहूँगा, शायद आगे कभी कहूँगा. लेकिन जहाँ तक जस्सी की कहानी है, तो अभी मैं सोचने लगा कि इसकी कहानी कितने हिस्सों में बांटूँ मैं. कितने ना, in terms of ages, stages perhaps. So I can see that I came to his life maybe on 4th stage, quite late in the day. And if you read his book also, you will find that nearly 85 pages are devoted to the stories which you read out. अभी जो कहानियाँ कही गई हैं, वो exactly किताब की आधी हैं, है ना. उसके बाद इनकी कहानी शुरू होती है दूसरी कहानी, जिसमें ये बहुत चमकदार, बड़े शानदार और बड़े मशहूर जस्विन जस्सी बन के सामने आए, और मैं उस समय का इनका दोस्त हूँ और उस समय से इनसे मुलाकात हुई। और अर्ली 80s, 81 किरण गॉट मैरिड टू जस्सी, 81 82 1981। तो 1981 में ये देखिए ये हालत इनकी हो रही है, इनकी ये हालत हो रही है इनकी। तो वो सारी कहानियाँ जो आपने पढ़ी या नहीं पढ़ी, मैंने तो पढ़ी, बहुत चाव से पढ़ा मैंने वो कहानियाँ तुमसे पहले वाली। तो वो सारी कहानियाँ भी बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग थी, और प्रोबेबली दैट वाज थर्ड स्टेज। If you have read his book carefully, and you must have, I am sure, then you will divide his life in 6-7 stages. He is the latest one. अब प्रेस क्लब वाले क्या करते हैं हर किसी को मालूम है क्यों भाई वो खाने पिलाने का मौका रहता है, मौज मस्ती है। तो द फर्स्ट पार्ट एंड द सेकेंड पार्ट एंड थर्ड पार्ट, हिज चाइल्डहुड, द अर्ली चाइल्डहुड। अब सवाल ये उठता है कि ज़िंदगी कितनी भी खतरनाक हो, कितनी मायूस हो और कितनी ज़्यादा संगीन हो, जब कहानियाँ बन के सामने आती हैं तो बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग लगती हैं। तो कहानियाँ, जस्सी की कहानियाँ तो बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है, दे आर वेरी फैसिनेटिंग, आई मस्ट से, दे आर एक्सट्रीमली फैसिनेटिंग। और कौन कहता है कि ऐसी कहानियों को लिटरेचर के इस मौके पे नहीं पढ़ना चाहिए? इनफैक्ट दिस इज़ द राइट प्लेस। ज़िंदगी की सही कहानियों को ही लिटरेचर के तौर पे इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, कोहली साहब आप एकदम सही यहाँ आए हैं, और दिस इज़ द राइट काइंड ऑफ स्टोरीज विच मस्ट बी टोल्ड इन प्लेसेस लाइक दिस एंड पीपल लाइक यू. Because that's correct, and that's something. I mean, nothing is more real, more interesting, more fascinating, and perhaps more attracting than life. And this life is very unique, very interesting. तो पहली कहानियाँ शुरू की थी, पढ़ के आदमी रो सकता है, लेकिन इस आदमी ने रोने नहीं दिया। कहानियों के कहने का अंदाज वो इतना इंटरेस्टिंग था, it was so hilarious that those very very difficult situations also Jassi presented in a manner I can't present. It's very difficult. विनोद इतना इंटरेस्टिंग आदमी है, कभी लिखेगा पता नहीं, तो अपनी उन कहानियों को कैसे लिखेगा मुझे आइडिया नहीं है, हो सकता है तुम भी लिख दो ऐसे ही रोमांचक ढंग से जैसा जस्सी ने लिखा है। दूसरी कहानी जहाँ पे सक्सेस शुरू हुआ, नंद किशोर की कहानी आपने पढ़ी, यू हैव रेड आउट अबाउट इट. That was a turning point indeed in his life, that he became a businessman. He learned how to sell. And I feel jealous of him because अभी मैंने पूछा कि हिसाब भी करते हो तुम ठीक ठाक. If he is able to do arithmetic, then I am really jealous of him. I am really jealous of him because I appeared only in 5 exams in my life in arithmetic. I got 0 in 3, 0 in 4, 1 in 3, 1 in 30. So 5 में, 4 में मैं फिर भूल गया. मैं 4 में मुझे 0 आया और 1 में मुझे 30 आया. ये मेरी कहानी है. तो इसलिए अगर जस्सी ने हिसाब की वजह से अपना बिजनेस बढ़ाया और अच्छा किया तो ये बड़ी खास बात है. बट दैट वाज अ टाइम, दैट वाज अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग टाइम इन हिज लाइफ when which actually made him whatever he is. He learned the tricks of trade. He knew how to negotiate the world. I mean, it's very very difficult, you know. जो मेरा दूसरा काम है, प्रयास का काम, जिसमें करीब 30-40 हज़ार बच्चे साल में आते होंगे, और मैं सड़क के बच्चे, कामकाजी बच्चे, बिना घर बार के बच्चे, उनके लिए काम करता हूँ, जहाँ बहुत बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन जस्सी का है, मैं बताऊँगा उसके बारे में. तो वो दैट पार्ट आई सी विद चिल्ड्रन. आई स्पेंड मोस्ट ऑफ माई टाइम विद चिल्ड्रन फॉर द पास्ट 30 years. आई मस्ट हैव मेट लैक्स ऑफ चिल्ड्रन. मेरे साथ रहते हैं कुछ 6-7 हज़ार बच्चे, चूँकि मेरे 50 तो होम्स चलते हैं. प्रयास का आपको मालूम होगा, मस्ट बी नोइंग दैट वी आर रनिंग अबाउट 50 homes for children and for homeless and these kind of people. So I see their life very closely. And he was one of them. He was like that, those children. So my affinity and my kind of relationship with Jassi is very, very different. But I am only trying to say the time. So in 80s, I was Deputy Commissioner of Police, Central Delhi. And then huge violence in the city of Delhi. Perhaps 80s were the most violent decade of Delhi. And I was in the most violent phase of my life in career in those times, 84 riots and whatnot. But अच्छा ओके अच्छा लेडीज ज़्यादा इधर है क्या? अच्छा सॉरी ओके. तो इसलिए मैं कह रहा था कि 80s में इससे मुलाकात हुई मेरी जब मैं पुलिस में था, डीसीपी सेंट्रल था. और सेंट्रल का मतलब होता है वही इलाके जहाँ आपकी पैदाइश हुई, जहाँ आप बड़े हुए. एंड ही वॉज ग्रेजुएटिंग टू लाजपत नगर, इजंट इट? तो सेंट्रल दिल्ली से साउथ दिल्ली में ग्रेजुएट किए, वो उनका एक फेज़ था. एंड आई विल से दैट इट वाज परहैप्स थर्ड फेज ऑफ हिज लाइफ. एंड ही हैड ऑलरेडी मेड हिज मार्क एंड ही वाज ऑलरेडी अ नोन पर्सन. And there I met him. So for a couple of years he was with me in my police kind of relationships. I was trying to befriend people. where I was trying to do something where people like him would befriend the media and friends and bit of showmanship and all that stuff. Then suddenly, I started Prayas, and Prayas needed people like him. And let me inform you, friends, that perhaps no one else, no other person amongst my friends, very close friends, have done for the organization, have done for the children as Jassi and Kiran. In fact, Kiran and Jassi, as Kiran and Jassi. मैं आपको सही कह रहा हूँ और शुरुआत हुई 25 बच्चों से और आज 247 शाखाएं हैं प्रयास की 247 centers we run. We are running 50 homes and nearly 40,000 people come in 9 states of India. And it has grown to this size and it has grown to this dimension. It's primarily because of people like Jassi and Kiran. And कितनी बार मुझे याद नहीं है मैं कितनी बार इनके स्टूडियो में गया, वहाँ बैठा, वहाँ फिल्में बनी. और तुम्हारा उदय एक फिल्म है जो आप सबों को देखनी चाहिए. उदय is such a poignant, such a beautiful film. You can't imagine. It was shown on television a couple of times. It was really widely telecast, this film. And that film is true life of a child. How does he graduate in life? How does he win over ultimately? तो वो जस्सी की वजह से है. तुमने बनाया किरण. आई एम सो थैंकफुल टू यू. बहुत बहुत शानदार फिल्म तुमने बनाई और वो एक इसकी वजह से हम इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को प्रमोट कर सके. तो इस ढंग से मेरा रिश्ता जस्सी के साथ थोड़ा बहुत पुलिस का और ज़्यादा प्रयास का और उस हिस्से का है जहाँ पे जस्सी को इंटरेस्ट रहा होगा. सो नो, ही इज़ ए वेरी हिलेरियस एंड वेरी काइंड ऑफ फन लविंग मैन एंड हिज इंटायर स्टोरी लुक्स की है तो ऐसी मजाकिया किस्म का आदमी है. तमाशे करता रहा, लड़कियों को छेड़ता रहा, बदमाशी करता रहा, गैम्बलिंग करता रहा, पता नहीं किस किस्म का आदमी था. All that is part of this story. I have read it very carefully because most of it I know, in fact, personally also. It's a long story. पता नहीं कितने साल हो गए. 80 से जोड़ो तो करीब 35 साल हो गए. 40 साल होने को आ रहे हैं. So it's a life together. A policeman trying to make something different, trying to create an organization for children, for homeless and all. And someone who is trying to grow in life in his own way. बहुत डिफ़िकल्ट है एनालाइज करना. इफ़ यू रियली साइको एनालाइज, आई वुड नॉट लाइक टू लेट समबडी एल्स डू इट. लेकिन अगर साइको एनालाइज करो ऐसी कहानी को, इस आदमी की कहानी को, जस्सी की कहानी को, इसके लाइफ को, तो बहुत 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 अलग चीज़ है ये. बहुत डिफरेंट है. वेयर डज इट सीज टू बी सेल्फिश, वेयर ही रिमेन्स कंप्लीटली टू हिमसेल्फ, एंड वेयर इज ही व्हेन ही इज फाइटिंग हिज बैटल्स इन लाइफ. Those very, very difficult battles as a small child, as a growing man, as someone who is competing in this very difficult city. I mean, someone like me, being in police and that too in being most of the critical assignments. I was DCP crime for 4 years, 5 years in the city of Delhi. I have dealt with some of the most difficult cases, not only in Delhi, across the country. I am not so simple as I look, let me inform you. I am a deadly person. And I have done everything else a dirty policeman can do. So with all that kind of background, I understand that someone like Jassi, how he must have felt at every stage of his life, coming out of it, and then creating a family. जहाँ इसकी बेटी ने इतनी अच्छी अच्छी बात कही इसके बारे में. जाहिर है कि इसके बहुत पार्ट्स हैं. जो अलग अलग ज़िंदगी इसने जी है जस्सी ने, बहुत अलग अलग किस्म की ज़िंदगियाँ इसने जी हैं और हर ज़िंदगी को उसने जस्टिफाई किया है. उस हर ज़िंदगी को इसने पूरा मौका दिया है. एंड किरण तुमको भी दिया इसने मौका. तो वो सारी बात मिल करके इट्स ए वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग लाइफ एंड वी हैव नो रीजंस नॉट टू सेलिब्रेट टू द हिल्ट एंड वी आर देयर विथ यू. थैंक यू जस्सी. थैंक यू.
मुझे एक सवाल पूछना है आपसे. आपने कहा कि आपका थोड़ा रिश्ता एक पुलिस अफसर की हैसियत से रहा है और बाकी ज़्यादा प्रयास की वजह से रहा है. तो जो पुलिस वाला रिश्ता रहा है वो क्या था? ऐसा क्या किया जस्सी ने?
अब सवाल ये, कुछ दोस्तों को तो छोड़ना ही पड़ता है ना. कुछ दोस्तों को जो आपके बड़े ख़ास होते हैं, अगर उनके बारे में पूरी इन्वेस्टिगेशन आप कर दें और इन्वेस्टिगेशन के अंजाम को सामने ला दें तो बड़ा मुश्किल है. इसलिए मैंने ऐसा नहीं किया. थैंक यू.
ताकुर न कर. जो हमारे प्रेस क्लब पहुंचने वाले दोस्त हैं उनसे बिल्कुल वायदा है कि हम ठीक टाइम पे आपको छोड़ेंगे और वक्त बिल्कुल कोई ताख़िर नहीं होगी. बट आई हैव अनदर आर्टिस्ट Yashiri Sethi. Before that you met Nikunj. Nikunj is a stage artist and from the IT industry. and he acts on the side. He recently acted in one of my plays. He acts in English plays and Hindi plays. And Jayashri Sethi is also a stage person and a radio person who's established some radio stations outside the country also. And she has evolved so much in storytelling that she is doing a doctorate in storytelling and works for the corporate and works for the children's organizations. May I ask Jayashri Sethi to read one small portion where Jassi ji, as Mr. Modkant mentioned, that this is the other side. The other side is that Jassi has graduated to Lajpat Nagar and is aspiring to move further on to an upmarket colony called Greater Kailash 2. He has only 1 lakh of rupees which he puts in there. He puts gives it to a builder, and the rest of the money that he expected from his father didn't materialize. And he wanted to retrieve that lakh of rupees. How he goes to his builder with his wife, meets him, becomes a friend, becomes a part of that family. So this is a small portion which Jayashri will read. We have one more small intervention after that. Aditya Jassi would be, as an editor of the book, also would be speaking a few lines. And finally, the Noshamiya of the day, Jayashri.
थैंक यू गोली साहब एंड बहुत ही दिलचस्प बातचीत चल रही है और ये मेरे लिए खुशी की बात है कि मैं आज इतने प्रतिष्ठित लोगों के बीच में जसवीन जी की ज़िंदगी के कुछ पन्ने पढ़ पा रही हूँ. सो हियर इट गोज़. With each passing day, our visits at the Chaudhry's increased. There were dinner invitations for functions from both families. The entire Chaudhry household loved our company and would call us for every gathering of theirs. In a nutshell, I made my presence felt in his small professional circle. His friends and colleagues knew me. And in one such meeting, my involvement in his business activities started. It so happened that he had just purchased a huge land at Bani Park in Jaipur to develop a residential colony. He was a builder of repute in Delhi, but nobody knew him in Jaipur. So I coaxed him into making a TV commercial, TVC, as our marketing strategy for him. In those days, being a news anchor on Doordarshan, I visited Akashvani Bhavan quite regularly. After a brainstorming session with Kiran and some friends, we reached a conclusion. The builder should sponsor some programs whose reach was till Jaipur. The idea clicked, and fortunately for us, there was a program called Saptahiki on Delhi low power transmitter. But Jaipur used to catch it as well. I did the complete homework, like inquiring about the commercial rates, free commercial time, etc. from Doordarshan, and planned a meeting with the builder's management. The discussion spanned hours and was merited with a lot of no's and yes. Eventually, I did what I do the best, leave everyone flabbergasted. Mr. Chaudhry was delighted on hearing the concept and vetoed against all his subordinates. Jassi ji, you please go ahead and make the proposal. I'm up for it. And I did. Chaudhry Saab, we will start initially for 3 months. So the cost of sponsorship of Saptahiki once a week on Doordarshan will cost something like, we calculated, and a proposal of rupees 15 to 20 lakhs in all, inclusive of everything, for 3 months was finalized after some hiccups. Next day was a big day for all of us professionally. We went to Doordarshan's commercial department for a sponsorship form for Saptahiki. The team was booked for the shoot at Bani Park and we left for Jaipur. Construction was in full swing, and after finishing the film shoot, we came back, started the post-production work, and the 30-second TVC was ready for our builders and promoters to be shown in our FCT. The builder approved the script and the film, and the material was sent to the concerned officers of the particular department of Doordarshan for the same. A couple of days later, I got a call from one of the insiders of TVC department stating that my film has been rejected by the competent authority since it does not come under the code of Doordarshan commercials and so cannot be aired. I just went blank. Darkness engulfed my brain. This was my biggest contract ever, and I was to get paid 15% of it as commission, and for me, it was a huge amount and would have surely helped boost up my career and life. I rushed to the Mandi House barracks where the TV commercial department was situated and barged into the office of the controller of programming. Mr. Srivastava sat there with the phone in one hand and file in the other. I demanded an explanation for the current status of my sponsorship ad. He was very polite and asked me to sit till he finished some important work. After 15 minutes, he smiled and asked, "Ji, Jassi ji bataएं, what can I do for you?" "What can you do for me now when you and your approving committee have ruined my career?" "Please tell me calmly, what happened?" He heard my plight and then asked for the concerned file. I still feel sorry for barging into that man's room the way I did. An officer came with the file and gave him the facts. "Sir, this is a policy matter of the government that luxury items like jewelry, liquor, cigarettes, sale of builder apartments, etc. cannot be shown on television in any manner whatsoever. Sir, पहले भी DLF and Ansals try कर चुके हैं, उनका भी कुछ नहीं हुआ." He said. I was shocked hearing this. Ansals, DLF were known names in the realty business, and if they could not do, who was I to? I apologized and took his leave and left the premises disheartened. But I did ask for a copy of the Code of Commercial Advertising, which they obliged me with. One could see failure written large on my face. I came back to the office with a heavy heart, thinking that everything was over. बड़ा दूरदर्शन का बादशाह बना फिरता था. ये बिल्डर भी हाथ में आ जाएगा और वो भी, and I will be the cynosure of all eyes in the builders fraternity. सब गया. Depressed, I reached home and headed straight for the alcohol to relieve me of the stress. A couple of drinks down, and I started behaving like a lawyer, searching for some loopholes in the code. Immediately I thought that if people like the Ansals and DLF couldn't find faults, what I could have done. All it needed was a couple more drinks to get rid of that thought as well. I got into the serious mood and went through the code word by word. मक्के पीछे उजाड़ वैसे भी नहीं मिला और वैसे कौन सा मिल जाना था. But it was worth a shot. I mustn't have gone through the code some 4-5 times when suddenly I found an opening, a loophole. I read it again and again and again and interpreted the sentence according to my own requirements. It read something like this. The luxury apartments developed by any builder or promoters cannot be shown on government broadcasters, i.e. AIR or Doordarshan in any manner. The Khuravati brain of mine started working overtime. Who says my builder constructed luxury apartments? He is in fact making small houses in Jaipur for poor people. And I was back in the game. A few changes here and there in the script and I was back on my feet, set to meet the concerned officers of the department. The content of the script was that XYZ builder is constructing small houses in the vicinity of Jaipur's countryside area, helping poor, and the sign-off line was, राष्ट्र के निर्माण में कार्यरत XYZ builder, Bani Park, Jaipur. I met Mr. Srivastava and showed him the revised script. Look, this is not possible since this is a policy matter of Government of India, he said. Sir, I agree, but the policy says that the luxury things are not required, but we are helping the nation here. No, I insisted. Yes, it's not in my hands, Mr. Jassi. Fine, if you can't approve of it, then give me the reason for rejecting it in writing. He wasn't interested in giving me the letter. No government official ever is. Why don't you go to Director General? He's sitting on the first floor. I could have said, sorry, this is your internal matter. You should clarify with him. You are the CP commercial. But I refrained from doing so. What if he speaks ill about me? What if he creates a negative bias against me? There were some of the questions running through my mind. So I complied with his demand and requested him to take an appointment with the DG immediately. He called up the DG's personal assistant. हाँ प्रकाश सर हैं क्या? अच्छा, tell him that Mr. Jassi wants to meet him regarding the builder advertisement he made. The DG agreed to see me with all the relevant papers. I met him and said, सर आप सरकार के रेवेन्यू को क्यों कम करना चाहते हो? Our discussion lasted barely a few minutes, during which he understood everything and gave the project the go-ahead. He called up Mr. Srivastava and repeated me verbatim. भाई तुम सरकार के रेवेन्यू को क्यों कम करना चाहते हो? नो सर, यस सर, जी हाँ हो जाएगा सर. And I was thrilled with the outcome. I could have saved face now. Everything from then on went to plan. This builder sponsored Saptahiki for almost a year instead of 3 months. The 15% commission that I earned was enough to pay installments for my flat in GK2. I used to deposit the amount in their account as and when 10-20,000 were arranged. However, the builder's accountant would never give me the exact details. और कितनी installments हैं? देते जाओ. Only to find that I had paid more than the asked sum. But there was no question to ask for a refund, not from Mr. Chaudhary at least. God has granted me every wish, so much so that it scares me now. All I ask for now is respect of the fellow man. Rab meri laaj rakhna. I might be one of the fewest people in the world who uses God. And honestly, the Almighty has tolerated me as well. I have always demanded things from the Great One, and He showered me with all. I would pray for a house in GK2. He obliged. I would pray for an office in a place like Bhagwan Das Road. He agreed. And these are just two of the innumerable instances. It just scares me now. I'm petrified of asking Him for anything. Although I'm sure that if I do, the Lord will grant me that too. So all I ask for is Kiran as my wife, Aditya and Pallavi as my kids, and life like this in every life. May God bless me, but then again, He always has.
Sorry, Jashiri, I'm late by 8 minutes for you. She had to leave by 8:15, I had promised her. May I request Aditya to come and share his thoughts about his dad. And now that we are running out, come Aditya.
I understand the urgency of the bar, so I'm going to keep it short. ये दिल से आई थी आवाज. So I'm often reminded of this quote by George Bernard Shaw, as you had mentioned. It's called "Youth is wasted on the young." And the more I hear it, the more poignant it gets. I remember seeing children, me included sometimes, and every time I saw these young people, it kind of reiterated further. But that was until I read the excerpts that my father had shared with me when we were ideating about the book. You can call it excerpts, you can call it notes, footnotes, farray, whatever. Instead of playing cricket or football or, gilli danda back in that day, a 10-year-old boy sat at Kutub on a chatai after school selling razors and batteries and torches. It's been 10 years since the book has been launched, but this is one particular instance that has just stuck in my brain. Just take a moment. Just take a moment and think about this. 10 years old, sitting and selling. I'm pretty certain none of us remember what we did when we were 10 years old. For all you know, I was eating sand in a sand pit in some park. Sab bacche karte. It's been a few years, like I'd said. And the book obviously talks about his success and his failures. To me, it talks about a young boy who came of age very early simply because he had to, simply because of the circumstances. Until date, nothing has left a bigger impression on me. I realize this ginormous extent of this topic now even more since I've become a father recently. I'm still trying to fathom how he did it, what he did. Every parent dreams of their child to do something XYZ in their life. Similarly, every child has his own fairy tale in his head. आज मैं सचिन बनूंगा, कल मैं अमिताभ बनूंगा, मैं गुमादुरी बनना है, XYZ, you know, whatever. And here are these two beings, my grandfather and my father. By the way, it's my grandfather's birthday today, so it's a fantastic day. And here are these two beings, my grandfather and my father, who've been rudely woken up with a circumstantial slap on their face कि बेटा सपने देखना बंद कर, कुतुब जा, चटाई बिछा और बिक्री कर. It sounds very funny, but just picture a 10-year-old. It's emotional for me. Everyone's waiting to go to the press club. No, I'm fine. I couldn't fathom it, and I'm pretty certain nor could George Bernard Shaw, because had he met him, had he met him when he was 10, he would not have written that quote. Having said that, thank you. Having said that, it's time to write another book. There are way too many stories in the pipeline. And now I'm married to a professional writer. There'll be 2 editors. और इस बारी हम फ्री में काम नहीं करेंगे. Royalties का चेक आ जाएगा. Anyway, love you, Dad. And here's to you.
Thank you. That's what happens when a person is honest and transparent. These are the results before you. I would request Mr. Jaswin Jassi to share his thoughts. And because I have a long list of people to thank for this evening, I think I might not get time after Jassi, so I might as well thank them now. To start with, Mrs. Kaveri Mukherjee, Mr. Amod Kant, Shri Vinod Dua, Shri Jaswin Jassi, Kiran Aditya Purva Palvi. My distinguished friends from Press Club, Colonel Shailesh and Dr. Naresh, I mean, they are such busy professionals. Dosto, Impresario Asia always looks forward to your presence here, but it's not possible without you. खुशबू को फैलने का बहुत शौक है मगर खुशबू को फैलने का बहुत शौक है मगर मुमकिन नहीं हवाओं से रिश्ता किए बगैर. आपके बिना ये पॉसिबल नहीं था. I have to express special thanks to my colleague Priyanka Bhaskar and Prerak Vyas in Bombay, who designed this beautiful poster for Jassi. Even Jassi conceded that he doesn't know where they got the photograph from. Priyanka, where are you? I have my other colleagues here, Priyanka Sharma, a very talented actor, Manishi, and other friends, Burhan. I must express my gratitude to Shri Virender Wadhwa, who has very kindly, I mean, as a matter of fact, this whole evening is his. मेरे यहाँ तो 2 कुर्सियाँ एक मेज़ होता है. The rest of the thing is all he's doing. Neither hosting the evening or putting up these beautiful digital LEDs and things. Thank you very much, Mr. Virender Wada. Thank you, friends, for being in such great numbers here. And now, Mr. Jaswin Jassi, and I assure you after that there will be nothing here.
all, I welcome all of you. Again, thankful to all of you. Whatever is being said, I do not have anything extra to tell you guys. But yes, 10 years ago, when again in this Habitat Center, Narendraji Diamond Books, when we launched this book, that day I couldn't say anything about what this book is all about. But yes, 10 years later, the bunch of males I've got from the age group of 18 to 22, 21, students mostly, that itself is self-explanatory about this book. This is a motivational book. This is a real motivational. It's like a army or the paramilitary forces. If you wear that uniform, you need a kill. After reading this book, the mails I received, that was fantastic. One of the occasions I went there, I was supposed to speak about 35 minutes, but I spoke 1 hour and 35 minutes. And then I was told, sir, leave 5-star hotel and you be in our complex. We want to discuss something. So I said, okay. So till 4 in the morning, whatever questions they put to me, I answered. And they said, ये तो हमने सोचा ही नहीं सर कभी. Then in the morning when I was leaving, I told them कि look, मैं कहा बच्चों जो तुमने मुझसे सवाल पूछे हैं मैंने आपके लिए कोई जवाब नहीं ढूंढा है. Whatever you ask me, I put myself in your shoes. कि if it would have been happened with me, मैं क्या करता? और वही रिजल्ट मैंने आपको बताया. And that suited you. So again, this is my experience. Whosoever has read my book, they will definitely say कि somehow, a feeling comes, if this boy, Jassi can do it, why can't we? That's it, what Have Guts is. Or Have Guts is now named Have Guts. Have Guts. Have Guts, yaar. You can use anywhere. This is like, well, ओम को जितनी भाषा में आप जितना बोलना चाहो बोल लीजिए आप. बट टुडे जो आज मैं यहाँ से अनाउंस करके जाऊँगा, that will be really for 99.9% of you guys will have a relief कि वाकई इस संसार में ऐसा लोग है कोई जो ये कहता है. Today, from this stage, from this platform, I announce that I have no regrets in my life. No regrets. I have a wife like Kiran, Aditya, my son, Purva, my daughter-in-law, no daughter, Pallavi, she is established in US, Arjun, my son-in-law, no son. I've got my office, Bhagwan Das Road, White House. I've got my house in GK2. What else I want? Reasonably good, funds in bank. What else I want? So 99% people here, I announce for him that you must see a man like me who has got no regrets of my life. Thank you very much.
There's a cartoonist, Mr. Uday Shankar, who wants to present a caricature.
Wow! Wow! Thank you.
And friends, very briefly, if you have any questions to Jassi Ji Arwa or any of the panelists, but it will have to be a snappy affair because time.
Yeah, sure. Please.
But I need a mic, or do I?
हाँ माइक है ना.
Actually, it's not a question.
आवाज आ रही है तुम्हारी.
आ रही है. ठीक है. मैं थोड़ा loud बोल दूँगा.
लो ये लो.
Yes, fine. It's not a question. It's more of a statement. My wife, now 25 years, you're married, and she said, I know all your friends. ये मुझे जस्विन जस्सी कौन है?
और मैं एक हफ्ते पहले से मैंने अपने फ़ोन में रिमाइंडर डाला है, आज 2 बजे फिर रिमाइंडर अलार्म बज रहा है, टुडे इवनिंग 6, एंड आई थिंक टुडे आफ्टर लॉन्ग टाइम आई अटेंडेड अ फंक्शन बिफोर टाइम।
आपने संधि विच्छेद कभी करते हो किसी वर्ड का?
ये सर मैं
जब भी कोई पूछे हु इज जसविन जस्सी, उनको बोलो जस्ट विन एंड जस्ट सी, टी साइलेंट।
ग्रेट, बट इसका जवाब आपने दिया।
और कौन दे?
आपने बाहर दिया ये कह के कि आई नो विजी फॉर सो मेनी इयर्स, बट हमने कोई बिजनेस नहीं किया है, लेकिन हम लोग बड़े अच्छे दोस्त हैं।
नहीं, पर हमने कुल्फी का बिजनेस किया है। चला नहीं, वो अलग बात।
कुल्फी का भी है, कौन सा?
May I request Shri Virinder Wadhwa to come and honor the distinguished panelists and our artists. Virinder ji. Nikunj, is Jayashri? Has she left? Has Jayashri left? Nikunj, please come here. Here, Virinder ji. I'm, I'm sorry, I'm not giving anything to this.
It was great reading.
Thank you. Jayashri is not here. Thank you, friends. I don't think I have anything else to add, unless you wish to say something.